'Cause she came to the city hoping to find herself on a bus from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. She was just a girl of 23, and who would have ever guessed that that blue-eyed kid would ever want to roam? She came from a big family, 11 children strong, and enough love to fill the mountaintops with flowers. But she had a yearning deep inside to move beyond the farm, to see the ocean and those looming New York towers. She wanted to be free. She had to know that she could make it on her own. She had the strength to find herself. She always knew when she was through, she could come home. Well, she loved to hear her mama talk of the days when she was young. Papa came a-courting her on Sundays. But by the time that she was 18, she'd had her firstborn son. There were mouths to feed and crops and get the bills paid. So she wanted to be free. She had to know that she could make it on her own. She had the strength to find herself. She always knew when she was through, she could come home. Well, she had always been a good girl. That's why it broke their hearts to see her wave goodbye. But they knew they couldn't keep her. So with their hearts on fire, they kissed her and tried to hide the tears they cried. Now she works for a big company. 5 years have come and gone, and she'll fly home to visit one day when she's able. But she thinks about her family, sometimes late at night, and all the love and laughter around the dinner table. She wanted to be free. She had to know that she could make it on her own. She had the strength to find herself. She always knew when she was through, she could come home. She could come home. She could come home. Thank you. Welcome to another edition of Songwriters in the Round. My name is Julie Daugherty, and I'm joined by some great songwriting friends. Richie Grace on harmonica today. Thanks for joining us, Rich.
You're welcome.
And Tim Priesinger on doombeck. That's a very unique sounding drum. Love it. Mary Wetmore, singer-songwriter from Salem. Jim Gallant joining us from Portland, Maine, north of Portland.
New Gloucester, Maine.
New Gloucester, Maine. And Woody Woodward on bass.
Hey.
Hey. And we're going to start off with a song that Mary Wetmore wrote. Mary and Tim are in a group called Old Cowboy Death, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. When did Old Cowboy Death form as a group?
About 4.5 years ago.
Yeah, great. And there's 4 of you in the band, and you do sort of like an American roots style music. I've heard it called that.
It's kind of a mix of country and some bluegrass and some Cajun, and kind of mix it up.
And you both write most of the material?
The original material,
yeah. Yeah, it's great. Well, let's hear a song that Mary wrote, and I'm going to switch over to banjo, but what inspired this song, Mary? Is there a story behind it, or is it?
No, not really. Just one of those things that comes in the middle of the night and run in the bathroom with the tape recorder and try to remember the words the next morning. Oh, definitely.
It's a great song. It's called Restless Heart, and so you're going to start it off first anyway, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes at night it wakes me and I try and make amends. This heart of mine never bends. And I try and please my family and I try and please my friends. Compromise never ends. Restless heart, leave me alone. It's been years since you've been gone. I'm supposed to leave, not follow, and I'm trying to make it home. Leave me alone. I was walking on the water when my heart told me to pass. I climbed a mountain, the heart made me look back. There's a fire here beside me and I try and get away. This heart of mine is here to stay. Restless heart, leave me alone. It's been years since you've been gone. I'm supposed to lead, not follow, and I'm trying to make it home. Leave me alone. Heart, leave me alone. Heart, leave me alone. Restless heart, leave me alone. Heart, leave me alone. Heart, leave me alone. Restless heart, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Restless heart, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Restless heart, leave me alone. Restless heart, leave me alone. It's been years since you've been gone. I'm supposed to lead, not follow, and I'm trying to make it home. Heart, leave me alone. Heart, leave me alone. Heart.
Good song.
Thank
Good
you.
job, Mary.
Thank you.
I like that. It's been fun sitting in with you guys, too.
You've
We
added
should
a
mention
lot.
the other members of your band, Larry Young on fiddle and Bob Strom on bass and mandolin.
Yep.
And you guys play around this area, right? Name some of the places you play around here.
The Hart House, we're at the Pig's Eye a lot in Salem. Occasionally up at the Rum Line in Gloucester. And open mics everywhere.
Yep, yeah. Open mic at the Pig. That's a lot of fun.
Open mic at the Pig.
Yeah. Well, we're going to turn our attention over to Jim Gallant. And Jim, how many years have we known each other?
It's been a while. I don't know. I can't count. Well, I can count.
Just not now.
Now, when did you move to Portland? Because you used to live in Salem.
I lived in Salem. It's got to be in the middle 70s, I think, or early 80s.
Yeah. And Jim's a great instrumentalist and a songwriter and singer as well. And you're going to do a song for us now. I love the title of this. It's called The Hypochondriac Blues. Is this a true story?
Yes, it's very true. My mother was a nurse, and at one point in my life, she told me to stay away from the hospital. People were starting to talk, you know.
You just happen to like to hang out there, right?
Yeah, you know. But I'm getting sick of it, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
No, not at all.
Well, let's hear this song. This is
all right, yeah. You know my wounds won't heal, but there's something going wrong. I ain't feeling no feelings, I won't be riding long. I got the nerve shaking, ball breaking, little hypochondriac blues. It's just a sugar pill placebo running around my brain. Don't let those aches and pains fool you, you're never gonna be the same. So don't you think for a moment you're never gonna change. Now I'm nauseous, I'm cautious, I'm ex-careful too. I'm doing everything everybody tells me what to do. Keep those germs right away, bring it right to me. Oh, I had all I could take, honey. Can't you see that I'm a wreck by sundown? I'm spoiled, feeling too. Eyes are turning red, my tongue is turning blue. I got them pill taking, respiratory, sick old blues. I got the nerve shaking, ball breaking, little hypochondriac blues. I'm cautious, ex-careful too. I'm taking all those little white pills and even the black ones too. Keep those germs right away, bring it right to me. I had all I could take, honey. Can't you see that I'm a wreck by sundown? I'm spoiled, fever too. Eyes are turning red, my tongue is turning blue. I got them pill taking, respiratory, sick old blues. I got the nerve shaking, ball breaking, little hypochondriac blues. You know my wounds won't heal, something gone wrong. I ain't feeling no feelings, I won't be right long. I got the nerve shaking, ball breaking, little hypochondriac blues.
It's hard to believe, knowing you. I mean, you travel so far to sing and play, and you're getting sick in between.
Yeah, it's just an act, though, you know.
Now, is that on your last recording that you did?
No, it's not. It'll be on the next one coming up.
Oh, tell us about this. You're in the middle of making an album.
In the middle, towards the end of the middle of making it. Hopefully, sometimes in the future, it'll be out.
Yeah, very good, very good. And how many years have you been playing these parts?
Oh, wow. It's close to 20 years at least.
Yeah. Oh, it's great to hear you again. It was great because we knew each other years ago, and then I didn't see you for many years.
I know, we sort of spread apart.
And and I think we ran into you locally playing, and it was just great to see you.
Yeah, it was down
you guys
in Borders too, right?
And Borders, yeah.
Borders Books and Music.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, what's the name of that last recording you did, though?
That was Midnight Dance of the Morning Things,
Yeah, that's
which is
really good.
pretty much of an instrumental thing.
Yeah.
Great job. Well, we're going to turn our attention back over to Tim and Mary. And Tim, you're going to do a song that you wrote. You're kind of a history buff, aren't you?
Big time, yeah.
So do you write a lot of your songs based on actual historical events?
I try to, yeah, as best as I can understand them.
And I love the lyrics to this song, but this is based on somebody that really did live and die in the
Yeah,
Civil War.
I was in Virginia visiting my son, and we went to this park along the Potomac, and there was a Civil War battle fought there called the Battle of Ball's Bluff, and they had this little shrine for some Massachusetts veterans that fell during the battle, during the Federal crossover. And I looked at that, and it was very nicely kept, and they had flags and plaques telling you what everything was and who these people were. And then I noticed off into the corner of the field there's this other very small stone with nothing around it. And it was a 19-year-old Confederate soldier that fell. And he didn't have anything for him. And it was one of those kind of cloudy, wet, windy days on the Potomac. And I just kind of stood there for a while and wrote the song for him.
Well, he has a nice memorial now.
I hope he likes it.
Yeah. This is called Rebel Soldier.
Rebel Soldier.
Skies turning icy gray, the leaves have all gone brown. There's a chill blowing through these autumn woods outside a small Virginia town. I come upon your name in stone. It seems that I'm not quite alone. If I listen close, I can hear the ghosts and echoes of long ago. Some dreams die hard before they fall. Some dreams never die at all. It struck me like a musket ball on the grave of a rebel soldier. I wondered of your future plans. If Johnny went marching home again, would you marry your sweet Mary Ann while the band played airily? But the Yank raised his rifle to his eye and set your young soul free. Private Jacob Alexander Pitts, 1st Virginia Company. Some dreams die hard before they fall, and some dreams never die at all. It struck me like a musket ball on the grave of a rebel soldier. If you could, would you do it all again? It's been fine to meet you, my young friend. Did I hear a sigh? It must be the wind on the grave of a rebel soldier. Skies turning icy gray, the leaves have all gone brown. There's a chill blowing through these autumn woods outside a small Virginia town. I come upon your name in stone. It seems that I'm not quite alone. If I listen close, I can hear the ghosts and echoes of long ago. Some dreams die hard before they fall, and some dreams never die at all. It struck me like a musket ball on the grave of a rebel soldier. If you could, would you do it all again? It's been fine to meet you, my young friend. Did I hear a sigh? It must be the wind on the grave of a rebel soldier. On the grave of a rebel soldier.
beautiful song. You're so
Thank you.
poetic.
Oh, thank you.
So you're interested in American history?
Yeah, particularly the Civil War.
Yeah. You're from the South, obviously, because you have a nice.
No, I'm
accent.
from Weymouth. No, no,
Boston.
I'm from Florida.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So now, how did you guys meet?
We met in New York actually through the Village Voice.
Oh my goodness.
I moved to New York. I met a guy from Texas, and we formed a hardcore band in New York for a while. And we were looking for a guitar player and a bass player. And one night he calls me up and he's like, "Tim, I got some good news, but there's a problem." So I was like, "Well, what?" He says, "We got an answer to the ad, but it's a girl." And I was like, "What's the problem?"
Hey,
Yeah.
what a good attitude.
And,
I like that.
Mary came with a girlfriend of hers who's a bass player.
Oh my goodness.
And we hit it off and musically and
otherwise.
later
too.
on
Yeah.
socially.
Yes, well, that's nice. Because you guys got married, what, a year or so?
A
or-
year ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
A little
nice.
over a year ago.
Nice story. Music brings people together, huh?
Yeah, well, there's been some fights too.
Well, next show.
Next show, we'll
get
get
into
into that.
the dark side of tuning in. But right now, let's hear an instrumental that you are so famous for. I love the
I'm
way you
going to
play.
tune this down just
All
a...
right, we're doing it. Is it a detuning or
This is a Dadgad Tuning.
a dadgad?
Yes.
Want to write that down in your diary?
Kind of like doggone.
Doggone it.
That's dadgad tuning.
Yeah, it's a fun tuning. It's really lends itself to Celtic type of
Oh yeah,
stuff, and a lot of open. You can do
Yeah.
things like that.
yeah. Now, did you start playing in tunings when you first started playing?
No,
Because you really do a lot of stuff in.
I first started playing in tunings, I think, maybe a couple years after I started playing guitar, and I was listening to Joni Mitchell and people who were starting to experiment in early Leo Cocky stuff, and
Yeah,
I sort of tried to explore it on my own.
yeah, and you do so well. And what's the name of this?
This is called Red Pepper Pickle.
Try saying that 3 times.
Right. I have trouble sometimes saying it once.
How many instrumentals have you written, do you think?
Probably about close to 20 instrumentals.
Very good.
You know, using various tunings, not all Dadgad tunings,
Yeah.
but some standard stuff.
Very good.
Thank you.
It was so nice to see you at Borders. It was a Sunday afternoon, and we sat and had, you know, some espresso
It
and
was a lot of fun to
sat on the
play
couch
there.
and listened to good music by Jim Gallant. Yeah, it was great.
I've
It was
never
great.
been booked in a bookstore, but it was,
Isn't it kind of a nice
nice
concept?
change.
It
Couple
really
of police
is.
stations, but never a
posters
I
on
know
the
the feeling.
Post office, yeah,
right.
yeah. And that drum sounds great. Now, tell me a little bit about that. Do you know the history of that?
Yeah, it's called a dumbek.
Yeah.
And it was a Middle Eastern drum.
Oh.
Actually, the ancient Egyptians had drums very similar to this, which this was derived from, and now it's all over the Middle East.
Sounds great, and it really projects.
Yeah, it's a lot easier than carrying a full drum set with you.
Yeah, it really sounds good. Well, we're going to do one more song, and I want to thank everybody, especially Ziggy, who's really, you know, he's taking his afternoon nap right here on Woody's Effects. Going to do one more song, and this is called Be My Love. I want to thank everybody for being here.
Thank you.
And sometime we'll have to get the whole band on the show. We'll fit everybody in. Okay. I'm going to wait till Jim tunes.
Yeah, I just
tunes
gotta
back up.
turn
Yeah.
It used to, before I bought one of those little things you could see on the floor, it was, and I'd spend my break trying to tune.
You just need a tuner helper. Like
I thought of
have.
that. I tried to talk my wife into buying, you know, me 4 or 5 guitars, but that didn't seem to be the practical approach.
Well, what's
to
the problem with that?
I couldn't find one. She did.
Well, thanks, everybody. Let's do Be My Love.